festivities. And so, hang in there, y'all. For you who are sick, coughing, sneezing, wheezing, trouble sleeping, who may have the flu or a cold or just don't feel good at all, you are not alone. You have each other in this season only. Amen. Do you all know Mr. Rogers? Yes. I think maybe the front lines might. Mr. Rogers is a guy who used to be on PBS. PBS is a public broadcast channel. I believe in New York, before cable and satellite TV took over, PBS used to be Channel 13 when you were in New York City. So if you went on Channel 13, you would see boring stuff. It was usually about people sitting around tables discussing politics or religion or ethics. If they were talking about your favorite movie, they would talk about it so dryly. You wouldn't even like the movie anymore. PBS was a hard thing to watch, especially for kids, except for Sesame Street and what other shows they got. But PBS would have two shows, but one of them that I would watch, Bob Ross, I think it was PBS, and Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was on TV for like 30-something years. He was on TV for a long time. Now, Mr. Rogers was a Presbyterian minister. I don't know if you knew that. He was an ordained Presbyterian minister. And what he would do in his show was he would do the same thing. He would do a routine, a ritual in his show. And part of his show would be about saying hello to and being kind to your neighbor. So if you were watching TV, he would call you my neighbor. Hello, neighbor. Now, the reason he did this was because of the Christian gospel mandate that says, love your neighbor as yourself. So what Mr. Rogers would do is he would call you through the TV, neighbor. Right? And he would always do the same thing. He would come in, he would wear his sports coat, he would slowly take off his sports coat, open the closet door, slowly hang up his sports coat, take off an indoor jacket or sweater, slowly put on the V-neck sweater, take off his shoes, put his shoes nicely, slowly take on his slippers. It was very slow, and it was very almost like, what is he doing? But he was trying to show you, take your time. Take your time. And even the small things of taking off your coat and putting on slippers, they have a certain beauty to them and a certain joy in them. It's the small things that count. Take your time. And Mr. Rogers would do a great show. I mean, when you're an adult, you realize, man, this show is way better than I thought, right? And he would just do a show that would show different people who are not seen. So he would bring the construction workers, and he'll show construction workers working and show what a good job they do. He'll bring to teachers and show what teachers do. He would just try to show you the unsung heroes of society. The people nobody really sees, the people nobody really knows. He'll bring to nurses, and he'll bring not the main surgeons or the doctors, but the people who make sure certain valves are placed in correct order. He would show the importance of all of these people who most of the time don't think that what they do is that important at all. And he would show, no, you matter in our society, you matter for this job, you matter for this family, and you are my neighbor, and I will show you. That was his job. Great man. He passed away, I think, recently. He won a Lifetime Emmy Achievement Award. So the Emmys, you know, when they give out their TV show awards. He won a Lifetime Achievement. And here we are in the Emmys with all the big shot celebrities who are on TV, right? And there they are, they're all dressed up, having beautiful earrings, wonderful suits, you know, the big shots of TV. And Mr. Rogers wins this Lifetime Achievement Award. And when he gets up to win the Lifetime Achievement Award, everybody knows who he is, and everyone starts laughing. And he gets there, and you realize he wasn't faking it when he was being Mr. Rogers on TV. He was being Mr. Rogers, right? And he gets up there, and he says, I want you all now to think of all the people who have helped you get here in your life. I want you to think of the teachers, the family members, the coaches, the neighbors, the friends who have made this moment and your success possible. I'm going to count to 20 seconds, and in those 20 seconds, I want you to think of every one of them. may begin now. And after 20 seconds, you see every eye in that room crying. Those celebrities, they cry. And people cry watching that on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, if you're a computer person, go on YouTube, look up Mr. Rogers' acceptance speech. It'll make you cry. And he showed that, yes, the people who really are unforgettable in our lives are not the superstars. It's the people who have helped us out. It's the people who have made a difference. It's the people who have made an impact in our life. It's the people who have made our success, or our happiness, our joy, our healing possible. And if you make a difference in somebody's life, if you give them something that helps them out, if you give them a word of encouragement when they were in need of some strength, if you give them even a little bit of resources of money or food or even a sweater off your back when they were cold, if you help them out to achieve something that they didn't think was possible, if you do that, you will be unforgettable. You will be memorable. And you will have made a difference in their life. And they, when they really have to think about how much God has given them, they will be forced to remember you. Because when we help each other out, we leave marks on each other that we cannot erase. And those are such a good thing. Mr. Rogers, the 20 seconds, he showed that if you want to make 2013 a year where you are unforgettable, there's only one little thing to do, and that is invest something of yourself in other people's lives. Help them out. Share with them. Strengthen them. Bless them. Call for them. Pray for them. Be there for them. Help them out. And 2013 will be a year where you will be unforgettable. When at the end of 2013, when we all look back at our year, we will see, my goodness, the people who helped me out, these are them, and you will be one of them. That is going to be a blessing of a year if we all take the time to invest something of ourselves in each other. 2012 was an unforgettable year. Unforgettable in good ways. The Giants won the Super Bowl. Jeremy Lin, the guy you voted for, won the election, right? I don't know. The movies came out. Dark Knight, The Avengers. The economy is slowly but surely doing better. The church budget's doing better. I mean, it was a good year. It was unforgettable in that way. 2012 was unforgettable in a bad year. The guy you voted for didn't win the election. Jeremy Lin got traded. The Giants are not in the playoffs anymore. The movies you thought were amazing turned out to not be so amazing at all. The economy is not growing as fast as you wanted to. 2012 was unforgettable in terms of its tragedy. 4 places, a movie theater, a temple, a mall, an elementary school. Places of shooting, violence, natural disasters around the world, and one of them hit us, Hurricane Sandy. 2012 was an unforgettable year. 2013 may also be unforgettable in what happens to us, but I want 2013 to be unforgettable because you and me, we made a difference in each other's lives. I want us to be part of what makes 2013 so unforgettable, and the way to do that is to invest into each other, to share. If you see someone who needs a little help, help them out. If you have knowledge that you can benefit somebody else, share that knowledge. If you have some talent and you can show someone how they can cultivate their talent, help them cultivate their talent. If you can mentor somebody, mentor somebody. If you can learn from somebody, learn from somebody. If you can teach somebody some information that would be great for them to learn, teach them that information. Go the extra mile this year and make it one where you invest something of yourself so that we all can be blessed. In our passage today, we read of the vision of the Magi to give Jesus some gifts. Now, there are 3 gifts